So if you're not familiar with me, which many of you are, I am founder and lead teacher of Divine Light Yoga, which is a registered children's yoga school. And I wanted to jump on today to talk about my upcoming registered children's yoga teacher training, which is the Yoga Alliance 95-hour teacher training. So I've had a lot of questions come in this week about everything. Involves is it registered with the yoga? So I thought I would just do a quick video to go through any of those questions and to answer those questions. So if you are watching live, then feel free to type in any questions in the chat box. And with the beginning of January, beginning of the new year, we all have these amazing intentions to perhaps change your career, develop your skills, or even get a new offering that you can give to your community or children globally. So I know that I am definitely and I love to be always doing a new teacher training or some sort of course to immerse myself in constantly self-improvement, but also developing my skills within yoga, education, therapeutic techniques. So it's really wonderful to receive emails and DMs with questions and inquiries about our upcoming teacher training, knowing that so many of you are really ready to take the leap into a career into children and teen yoga and mindfulness. Or perhaps some of you are already teaching children's yoga or teen yoga, and you really want to develop your skills, get that certification, or even build your confidence and knowledge a little bit more. So the training is registered with the Yoga Alliance, which is the globally recognized registration certification. And you find the Divine Light Yoga profile on their website on yogaalliance.org. But my training, like all teacher trainings, every training is a little bit different and perhaps a little bit unique. My training is really infusing my therapeutic knowledge of yoga, therapeutic play, a little bit of therapeutic arts, with my background in education and special needs. So before I was a children's yoga teacher or yoga teacher at all, I was a school teacher, an early years teacher, trained in special needs as well. And so really with the training, I combine all of that. I bring the therapeutic approach, the philosophy, the fundamentals of yoga, of meditation mindset, with the educational side, so the educational teaching methodology, the creativity of teaching different age groups, and kind of bring it all together and introduce it in a way that really supports you to find out what your teaching personality is, to discover what kind of teacher you want to be, how to infuse your own interests, your unique experiences, perhaps the type of what do you really want to bring to your community or a global community, or perhaps those of you that are parents, how do you want to infuse this into your parenting? So it's really not a training in which you will leave the training with a set way in which you teach. You will absolutely receive all of the knowledge that you could possibly need to start teaching children from 3 to 18 years old. But and you will also receive lesson plan templates, specific practical games that I give to you, and techniques and formulas. But you will leave having a deeper knowledge and understanding of what type of teacher you are, what type of teaching style you bring, what kind of groups of children or age groups do you want to work with? How do you want to infuse your own interests, your passions, and your nature and your natural skills? So it's really a training that at the end of it, yes, you will have a certification, you will have huge amounts of knowledge, confidence, practical skills, but you'll also have a deeper understanding of how to teach children and teen yoga, meditation, and mindfulness in a really authentic, enjoyable way that is true to who you actually are. And that's just much more sustainable and far more fun than teaching in a certain way. So you're not learning from me to learn how to teach like I do. You're actually learning to teach in a way that suits you, your personality, your unique skills, your passions, your interests, and what you can authentically and honestly bring to the children and teens that you work with. So it might be a little bit different in that way. What you will practically get is I will be sharing so many tools, games, activities, resources, techniques, lots of ideas and inspiration on working with the different age groups. So we go into early years yoga. So if you're wanting to work with children who are the younger side, so 2.5, 3 years old, as a preschool of an experience and sharing with everybody how you can practice, really infuse, yeah, mindfulness, emotional intelligence, growth mindset, all of that into an early years environment. So whether you're teaching in a classroom, whether you've got young children at home, or whether you want to go into preschools or you want to just do early years yoga, that is definitely one of the focuses for the training. I will also be going in depth with how to work with that middle school age, so 7 to 11 years old, that upper primary age group. So again, really practical ideas, how to make it interesting and creative and stimulating for them, how to engage the different age groups, obviously how to bring in the poses that are age appropriate, safe, and how to really make sure that the children are connecting and making it relevant to the different age groups. And then we focus as well on the teens, so the tweens and the teens, so the 11 years plus. And each of these different age groups, we teach yoga and meditation, we teach everything so differently to them. You know, how you would teach a 11-year-old would be or a 50 yoga, meditation. We would teach the younger ways in which we would teach teenagers. And so we'll go through all of this, giving you lots of. We'll also be working with our beautiful community, which is always so supportive, to brainstorm and create your own ideas. So it's very much a shared learning environment in which you will have an opportunity to collaborate with others in our training group to create new ideas, and to get inspiration from one another and to share your own experiences. You know, we do have such a wide range of experiences on each of our trainings. We have play therapists, social workers, educational psychologists, school teachers, sports teachers, music teachers, art therapists, healthcare practitioners, doctors. So it's always such a mix of experiences and knowledge. And so you're really not just learning from me, you are definitely learning from one another through that co-collaboration. And we do that through the live classes, which you do not have to attend all of the live classes at all. It's really just an option for you to come together and share and have that face-to-face time with everybody in the group. But we also have a really interactive Facebook group, and we can support one another, if you're not on Facebook, through our learning platform as well. So lots and lots of practical games, activities, ways in which to engage the different age groups, what are effective, safe poses for different age groups. I will also be sharing philosophy, so the fundamentals of yoga philosophy and how to make it relevant to children and teenagers. So how to understand it, how to connect children to it, and how to make them want to bring that into their own lives. So all of the fundamentals of yoga philosophy, including Hindu mythology. We look at many different ways in which we can combine our own passions and introduce the different aspects of yoga, whether it be yoga philosophy or the poses or the meditation techniques, through storytelling, therapeutic play, art, dance, different forms of movement, music. So if you are a dance and music, a sports teacher, or if you are an art therapist or a play therapist, then this is where you really will be able to see how yoga and meditation can really fit into your therapeutic sessions or into your regular classroom sessions, as well as how we can bring in those therapeutic techniques, how we can bring in those different medias of, whether it be drama, music, imaginative play, art, into the yoga space so that we can fully engage children and teach them in a language and in a modality that they really connect with. And what else will we be looking at? So many things. It's easier to actually read it on the website, I think. What else? Mindset practices, definitely. Okay, lots and lots of mindset practices to support children with emotional and mental well-being. So this training is really not just about how to play games with children through yoga or how to get them to meditate effectively. I'm really, really focused on the emotional and mental health of children, which if you've seen any of my other videos, you will know it's a big passion of mine. And because we do have so many therapeutic practitioners on the training, we have social workers, counsellors, educational psychologists. So we really also have a lot of new resources. I'm always getting new ideas from all of my trainees as well. So we're really focusing on the emotional health and the mental well-being. So again, really practical mindset tools, resources, activities that we can do to support children with their self-regulation, with their own mental health, how they can support themselves, how they can understand their emotions and pass through them and release them. So lots of different types of practices, how we can bring that into the yoga space, how you can infuse that into your classroom settings, your therapy settings, your home settings, but how we can really support children through these mindset practices and bring them into yoga. How can we combine these mindset practices with meditation or with the movement of yoga? So really it's about bringing all these different modalities together and kind of making it, it's more than just yoga. It's a much deeper understanding of yoga. It is about the mental well-being through mindset practices, definitely the mindfulness practices as well, through different therapeutic, different arts, and different educational teaching methodologies. So it's like a whole big mixed bag that comes together really beautifully. We'll also look at different meditation practices for different age groups. So we focus on, I think it's 8 or 9 different types of meditation techniques, breaking those down into how it works for the different age groups, how we adapt it for different age groups, how certain meditation techniques work for some children, whilst others work more effectively for other different groups of children. So for example, children who are experiencing anxiety, they might need a certain type of visualization versus children who have ADHD perhaps need a type of moving meditation or an art meditation. So we really look at the different meditation techniques, how we can creatively, effectively share those with children and teenagers and families too, and how we can adapt them for the different age groups, the different needs of the children, and really their knowledge and their own background of meditation. So lots of different meditations and visualizations. Obviously, the logistics of things, so how to plan, theme, sequence classes based on children's needs, their abilities, their age group, their behaviour management, their own behaviour management actually, the types of behaviour, the types of learning styles that you see, and what are their needs and their abilities. So I will definitely be giving you some lesson plans that you can use, as well as some lesson plan templates, but I will also be giving you the knowledge and the skills as to how to create your own lesson plans that really work with children's learning styles, their specific needs, their age groups, and with their natural ways in which they learn and the natural ways in which they behave. So it is quite a formula actually. So I'll be going through my formula of that, of how to plan effectively, so that the children's learning is optimized, but also so it's a more fluid, effective, organized class, and therefore a more enjoyable class for you as the teacher or the facilitator. So those are the fundamentals. Definitely check out the website if you're interested in any or all of this, to really get a breakdown of what the curriculum includes, exactly what you're going to get. But overall, to summarize, it is very much it's practical. You will gain so much understanding, not just of the poses and different meditation techniques, but an understanding of child development, of how do their bodies work, how do their brain work, their physiology, their psychology, what's going on in their nervous system. So really understanding the child as a whole, their physical body, their energetic body, their mental body, their brain, their emotions, understanding that in a deep way, which I do through very creative, interactive workshops, as always. But really understanding that so that you can understand children, and that you can really support them with specific practical yoga techniques, meditations, really specific meditations, mindset practices, in order to really support the whole child. So as I say, this is not about gaining, just your certification. It's not just about getting specific lists of games and poses to work with different age groups. This is really all about understanding the children and the teenagers, understanding their needs, why do they behave in the way in which they do, how is their nervous system working, what is going on for them hormonally, what is happening in their brain, really deeply understanding them so that you can look at the many different games, activities, tools, resources, techniques that I will be sharing with you, and really partnering those tools and resources with the child's or the group of children's specific needs, abilities, age, and ages. So we do go a lot into special needs, into yoga for children with anxiety and teens with anxiety. So we look at the many different types of abilities and the types of needs that children actually experience, and really how we can fully support all aspects of the child, from their physical, their mental, their emotional, energetic and spiritual, if that's something that you would like to share, looking at all aspects of the child as a whole. So if you would like to try it out, I definitely encourage you to try it out through the link on this video. So it's a free trial. You do not need to commit to anything, sign up to anything. You don't need to put any credit card details or payment details in there. It's really just a trial session, so a couple of workshops in there, for you to really get a taster of what the training looks like, what it feels like, what my teaching style is like, what the community might look like. And it's just a little taster so you can see if it's for you. I always say you can't be the teacher for everybody, and that's completely okay. But I do feel that it is very important that if you're going to invest your time and you're going to invest financially and invest your energy into a teacher training, then you need to make sure that you connect with the teacher and that you connect with their teaching style and what it is that they are sharing. So I really encourage you to try out the taster, the trial course, which you can do through the link attached to this video. Let me know if you have any specific questions. We start, to do with on the logistical side of things, the first module opens on the 20th of February. I'll be doing an opening circle, which will be live and optional to join on the 22nd of February. And that's just a great opportunity for you to meet everybody in the group. After that, it is self-paced. So all of the workshops will be available recorded. And in addition to that, I will be doing live classes twice per month. And I will be doing it on different time zones so that no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to join one of the live sessions per month. And that's because we have such a global community, which I love. Having traveled all over the world, and typically I do lead these trainings everywhere in Asia, Mexico, Europe, Africa, Middle East. So we have such a wide global community, which brings so much culture and diversity and unique experiences, which again, it just really helps us to be able to learn and evolve and grow as a teacher and as a person as well. So the live classes will be on different time zones, so you can join one or both of the live classes each month. If you can't join the live classes, I do really understand that, and so all the live sessions will be recorded and you'll have access to the live sessions as well. So it is a self-paced course. I've tried to make this as easy and as flexible as possible. You can sign up now to get the early bird discount, which runs until the end of January, and then you can really start whenever you're ready. So if you sign up now, you don't have to start until May. If you've got other commitments, or life just happens, or COVID happens and we don't know what day it is or what month it is, and before we know it, it's summer, you have until the end of the year, at the end of 2021, to complete the training, and then you will have ongoing access to all of the workshops, so that you'll be able to go back, even this time next year, you'll be able to go back and look at any of the workshops or any of the resources to help you, continue to grow and learn and develop as a teacher. So it is self-paced, it is flexible. I've really tried to make it so that I'm trying to accommodate each time zone and each type of schedule that you might have. And really it's just, it's not so much about the length of time, but it is a 95-hour course. So it is the Yoga Alliance 95-hour teacher training. So you do the 95 hours across whatever time span works for you. So some of you will complete it in 3 months. Some of you will take the entire year. And it's really all about how it fits into your lifestyle and when you have time to do it. And as you will see from any of my reviews and testimonials, this is not just a training which you come to and you have to watch the workshops and then, tick off, okay, I did that, or, oh, I learned this. For so many of my trainees, it really is a highlight of their week. It is something that they look forward to. It is such a positive and joyous experience, especially if you're joining the live classes or you're really interactive in the Facebook community, because you're coming together and collaborating and supporting one another. And so, especially at these times when it is a little bit chaotic in the world, it's really time away in this little bubble of yoga, in this little playful, positive kids yoga bubble in which it's all about you learning, growing, developing, and then going out and sharing that with your family, with the children in your community, really with anybody that you want to share it with, anyone that will listen. And I think you will see a little piece of that through the trial course. So yeah, I really encourage you to try out the trial course through the link attached to the video. And if you have any questions at all, DM me or post them below this video or send me an email, and I will be more than happy to answer it as soon as I can. And so I hope to see some of you on the training. Yes, that's all from me for today. Have an awesome day, and I will hopefully see you soon.